following tip uses the Typefi AutoFit plugin, which is downloadable from the www.typefi.com website. It's a free plugin that Typefi has developed, and it actually integrates with a series of other plugins that are part of the commercial Typefi publisher solution. What I've done here is actually created a really quick way of doing sort of like magazine type articles. Before I show you what I've actually done, I'll show you. I've got 3 paragraph styles here: heading, body text, first para, and body text. If I edit the heading, I'll show you that the style immediately following the heading is going to be the body text first para style. Click OK on that. I'll edit the body text first para, and as you can see, the style following this particular style is going to be the body text. As part of the keep options, I've taught this style that it needs to start in the next frame. Basically this means that if the heading frame is threaded with the body content frame, this body text first para forces that body content to go into the next frame and not reside in the same frame as the heading. And obviously the body text is followed by the body text. I've got some unformatted text here which I'll copy across into this frame. As you notice, it will automatically grow. Well, that's one of the characteristics of Typefi AutoFit. I'll select all, right click the heading and apply the heading and then the next style, and you should be able to see the functionality of what Typefi AutoFit can do. So let's go back and show you how this was actually set up. I'll delete what's on the page and we'll start from scratch. First things first, simple text frame, and I'll go to the text frame options, Command or Control B, and I'll set that to be justified, and I'll put some spacing, paragraph spacing limit in there so that the space that is left over is going to be pushed between the paragraphs prior to it actually going between the lines of the text to force a vertical justification here. And we'll push this to be 3 columns and click OK. I think I just made that 4, so let's just push that back 1 and we'll make that 3 columns. And if I just fill that with some placeholder text, you'll see there's just some placeholder text in there. Okay, now this is just a standard text frame. What I'm going to do with the Typefi AutoFit panel is say, well, what I want to happen is if there's more text going to be pushed into this text frame, what I want you to do is actually grow this frame, resize it from the top, keep the top where it is, and then just resize it from the top, and that will automatically start to resize. If I press a few returns, you'll see that that's automatically balancing all of those frames and it's resizing things at the same time. Okay. What I will do is just quickly check what the full height is here. That's 60p0, so I'm going to put a maximum height in here of 60p, which is basically telling the AutoFit that this frame cannot grow past the margins. If I had drawn this frame at the actual height itself, I could have just clicked this little button here and it would have automatically populated the settings. For instance, if I do that now, you'll notice it will actually populate it with the current height of that frame, and that sets the maximum frame height. I'll push that back to 60. So that's that one there. And we'll grab another frame, which is going to be the frame that's going to contain the heading. I'm just going to put a dummy heading in there for a sec, just so that you can sort of see what's happening. So that needs to be pushed over the top here, and I'm just going to make that a little bit shorter so that I get at least a little bit of a line there. And again, this particular frame needs to be resized from the top, and notice this value here, it's got a little base gap value. What that means is there's just this little bit of space between the bottom of the baseline and the bottom of the frame, and I'd like to have that there because I want some space between the heading and where the text actually starts. I'll have to apply a text wrap on that, so I'll use the jump object text wrap that will just jump straight across. I'm not going to do anything special here. And the next thing I'll do is I'll link these two, or I'll thread these two frames together so that they behave as a single frame. So I click the output of the heading frame and just click on the content frame. Now as you notice, things go a little bit haywire at this stage. That makes total sense to me because obviously the text hasn't been formatted properly. I've deleted all of the text. I'm just going to click and drag with the selection tool around this area and group that so that I've literally got a grouped component here. Now let's see this feature work. I'm going to copy this dummy text. I'm going to paste it in here. What's happening is that heading frame is growing to make the text fit. Because I haven't applied any paragraph styles yet, it doesn't know that part of that text needs to jump into the next frame. So I'm going to select all, right click heading first para and apply the heading, then the next style. And I just think this is an absolutely awesome free plugin that you can grab. And if I add another line of text here, everything will grow. So definitely go and have a play with this. If this is the type of work that you do with it, that's one small purpose and use for the Typefi AutoFit panel. So have fun with it.